fishing spear, a BC, a compass, a diving watch, a bang stick that hangs between my crotch, my weight belt, snorkel, prescription mask, my superjet fins. I go real fast, I go real fast, I go real fast. I'm a scuba diver and it's a gas. I got an underwater camera with a brand new strobe, a bend-o-matic and a pressure hose, a sea view gauge and an auto inflator, a decom meter and a spare regulator, a Zodiac and a 20 horse, an underwater Polaroid, it must be the first. I've got a Scooby-Doo album, I gotta have that. If I get cold, I got a diving cap. Diving cap, a diving cap. I'm a scuba diver and it's a gas. Got an underwater camera with a power source, 7 different wetsuits in all color sorts. Got an underwater timer and a diving knife, shark repellent to save my life. I got every diver's patch that was ever made, subscription to Skin Diver that I've never paid. I'll be paying a lifetime to the city bank. Today I bought a new scuba tank. I'll get out of Hawk if I work real hard. Now all I need is my C card. My C card, my C card. Now all I need is my C card.
Big Don, 6'6" with flippers on. He's the biggest, baddest diver, Big Bad Don. Now every morning by the beach you could see him arrive. He was 6'6", the biggest diver alive. Yellow teeth, armpits that stank, biceps as big as scuba tanks, Big Don. Don had a spear gun 10 feet long with 14 rubbers and a triple prong, power head strapped to his side, and from his spear many fish have died, Big Don. Now Don, he shot everything in sight, and if he couldn't get to it, he used dynamite. Killing little fish made him feel tough, so one day the critters thought they had enough of Don. So they had him a meeting, they had him a talk, underneath a blasted coral rock. That menace diver, he had to die. It was up to them to give it a try to get Don. So they sent him a message out across the sea to a long great white they call Sharky. Sharky lived off the Australian shore, teeth, they numbered 2,000 or more. They were for Don. Now when Sharky heard about Dirty Don, he put his best row of choppers on and through the sea cut a giant fin. A great white shark was out to get him, Big Don. Big Don, 6'6" with flippers on. He's the biggest, baddest diver, Big Bad Don. So that giant fish waited through the night, waited till the moment was right, till Big Don would be in sight. He'd finish him up with just one bite, Big Don. Soon the sun rose in the east, and there was Don and there was the beast. Don had a feeling in his bones, something was wrong, he wasn't alone, Big Don. As he turned around with a kick of a fin, there was Sharky heading right for him. So he raised his gun, he took an aim, but all his efforts were in vain, Big Don. The spear bounced off Sharky like a rubber ball. He didn't budge and he didn't stall. An instant later, the sea was red, and everybody knew that he was dead, Big Don. Now there wasn't too much left of Don, except maybe his spear with the triple prong. Now the fish of the sea have evened the score, and Sharky weighs 200 pounds more, because inside of his belly lies Big Bad Don. Big Don, 6'6" with flippers on. He's the biggest, baddest diver, Big Bad Don.
Teeth, that's amore.
Amore.
Put your hand in the crack and you won't get it back from amore.
Amore.
He can swim, he can glide, but he'd rather hide in the coral.
The coral.
If you dive, stay alive. Listen to me, for there is a moral.
A moral.
Use a prong 10 feet long when you see that meaty you call amore.
Amore.
He's hungry and you see you are the meal that he would adore.
Adore.
Down below we all know he's that mealy they call him amore.
Amore.
Put your hand in the crack and you won't get it back from amore. See that thing in the reef with the big shiny teeth, that's amore. He's hungry and you see you are the meal he would adore.
Adore.
Down below we all know he's a meal they call him amore.
Amore.
Put your hand in the crack and you won't get it back from amore.
Amore.
He works in his office from 9 to 5. He's got secretaries like he's in a hive. Now every weekend he turns life around. He's a scuba diver who gets high going down. He's an urban diver, a city survivor who keeps himself sane by saturating his brain. He's got the best gear your money can buy. And on those long weekends, he takes to the sky, flies to the island where the water's so clean, and clears out his head now what he's heard and seen. He's an urban diver, a city survivor who keeps himself sane by saturating his brain. Georgia to the Pacific coast. But after the pleasure he's gotta survive, it's back in the office, it's back 9 to 5. He's an urban diver, he's a city survivor who keeps himself sane by saturating his brain. He's an urban diver, a city survivor who keeps himself sane. If I'm ever reincarnated, if I'm ever recreated, I hope I come in with a big dorsal fin and lungs to keep me shoreline. And boy, would I have me a good time, scaring the wits out of adults and kids, this long gray body of mine. And I would want jaws that could bite through the pilings of piers. I swim round the ladies, nibble upon their rear. It would be so much fun to get to everyone's fear, to be 20 feet long and swallow a ship full of beer. I'd grab a hook when one's fishing, for a big catch they'd be wishing. When they reel me in, I'd give 'em a grin and leave 'em with my splashing and splishing. And I would want jaws that could bite through the pilings of piers. I'd swim round the ladies and nibble upon their rear. It would be so much fun to get to everyone's fear, to be 20 feet long and swallow a ship full of beer. If I'm ever reincarnated, I wanna come back to swim free, and I leave my mark as a 20-foot shark. I'd be the lord of the sea, and I'd leave my mark as a 20-foot shark. I'd be the lord of the sea. You have heard of Bob Soto down in the West Indies. You have heard of Jacques Cousteau and Jack McKinney. All these men are famous for their exploits in the sea. But there is one diver that I envy. He's Jeff, the muff diver. He